morning, everybody. This is Alex with the Linux Tube coming at you with a distribution review. We're going to take a look today at EndeavourOS, the Artemis edition. It's EndeavourOS 22.6, recently released, and they've done a couple of things. And it's also a edition of theirs that they're actually doing something pretty cool. That it's laying the groundwork for them to be able to install ARM version of EndeavourOS in their installer with the regular, desktop version of EndeavourOS. So let's go ahead and jump into it and take a look at what they've got to offer. So when you go to their webpage and look at it, this is what you're greeted with. You've got the Artemis has launched, and if you want to explore on it, you can we can click explore, and it's going to tell us all about it. It's going to be basically it's talking about that they're proud to present Artemis release named after the upcoming NASA mission to the moon, and I do refer to the mission for a reason, but more on that later. Artemis is a regular ISO refresh release, so users who already are running EndeavourOS don't have to install this release. You already are up to date. In other words, it'll update it to their what they call their EOS updater. Besides the regular updates and improvements on the ISO, the installation process, this is released as the first ISO that brings EndeavourOS ARM closer to the main release. So I think that's pretty cool. It goes on to talk about how actually they took somebody from the community that was making a lot of suggestions and on the ARM part and in their ARM community, and he made a lot of suggestions to the developer of the ARM that they actually brought him on board to actually help out, with what it is that they need. And so that's how he got started with them and made it. This is their homepage, which basically talks about the friendly community, the latest features and download, discovery, the easy-to-use installer. It's very nice. They also talk about the different desktop environments that it comes with, which are all the main ones. I mean, if you look at them, you've got the XFCE, you've got the KDE Plasma, GNOME or GNOME, Mate or Mate, Cinnamon, Budgie, LXQT, LXDE, i3, and then also you've got the community editions, which are the Sway, Qtile, BSPWM, OpenBox, and Worm. It's a straightforward web page. If you want to download, just click on the latest features and download. It brings you to the download page, which gives you all the release notes. It's got excuse me. What they've done in it is for this release, they've taken and they've made the Arch Linux keyring to be updated every time that you start an online installation, which that in itself is very nice. I know that I was having a problem with that in Arco Linux as of recently. I was running their release and I was having an issue where the keyring would not update, and I had to actually manually update the keyrings through the command line. It's not that big of a deal, but it can be a pain in the arse if you have to do it all the time. Pipewire Media has been replaced with Pipewire Plumber. The offline edition, installs the XFCE install. If you have no internet connection, it'll automatically install the XFCE desktop into it. And the Budgie Control Center has been added to the EndeavourOS repo for smoother and native Budgie experience for the ones that are doing the Budgie install. XFCE 4 and i3 install will not auto-start the firewall applet by default anymore. And added support for downgrading EndeavourOS packages, or EOS packages. Install options for Endeavour ARM is also available. And also they're warning about the Sway doesn't run well on several virtual machines, which I don't think that's too uncommon of a problem. I mean, I've never used Sway. I have to try it. But at any instance, I read other places that people were having an issue with that in multiple different, environments. So, and these are all your downloads for the ISO. mirrors that you can download it from. Also, if you want to check it out when you download it, you know, the Shea 512 sum code, you can do all that, and any keys, if you got to import any keys available, it tells you how to do it right here. And with that being said, so let's that's the web page. So let's go take a look at the operating system. When you first boot into EndeavourOS, you are greeted with this. This is your welcome. It's got your general information where you can access their website, their wiki, any news, forums. You can also donate here, which, you know, that I like to point out in all my videos, that a lot of these people that develop these operating systems, they do it free, gratis. And there's a couple of them out there that do have corporation backing, but as a whole, most do not. So if you can find a way to donate, even if it's just buying them a cup of coffee, send them 50 cents, 75 cents for a cup of coffee, please do. It helps out. Everything helps. Just like us content creators, we do the same thing. You know, we're doing this free, gratis. Nobody's paying us, you know. So if you can find a way to donate, please do. If you click on the after install, this is your install things that you can do after you're done install. One of the ones I recommend to always do is to update the mirrors, because it'll get you to the most latest and greatest software and updates that you need. Update the system as well. Oftentimes, I mean, unless you get it on the day of launch or a few days after they launch their release, you don't have to really worry about it. But if it's been more than a week later, you might want to just go ahead and hit it. What's the worst? That you spend a few seconds and find out that you didn't have anything to update. Package cleanup configuration. It'll help clean up any packages that may be orphaned or, you know, left in your repositories, or ones that were left and orphaned after install. This will help you configure your EndeavourOS updater, which will set, I believe, frequencies and time of day that you would like. Display Manager, if you click on this is what I think is interesting. This is a really nice tool because you can switch between GDM, LightDM, LXDM, and SDDM, which is the one that's used by KDE. So if you don't like any particular display manager that you've installed, you can certainly change it to whichever one you like right from here, which I think is pretty nice. Also, you can set your resolution, because as we all know, once you first install Linux, it doesn't automatically detect your resolution and set it to the highest performance for some reason. You always have to change it to 1080p, or 920 by 1080p, or whichever display monitor you're using. You have to set it to that. So this is really nice. If you click on it, it opens up this box, and as you can see, the 920 by 1080 is already highlighted, and you can just click on whichever one you want, and you set it and forget it. Pretty nice. See? I just changed it, and it went to that, which was weird. So we're going to change it back. We're going to change the display resolution. Oh, shoot. Next, we're going to go to open up. We're going to go. There we go. Now we're back to fixed again. Isn't that nice? God almighty, what is this thing doing? Why am I messing this up? Okay. So now we're back. I can't believe I clicked on that again and offset it again. Either way, very nice. This is a very nice little welcome box. This is the first tab. You could also change your wallpapers in here, and you can even download wallpapers right here from other EndeavourOSs, which are pretty cool. That they keep their I mean, it just visits obviously the EndeavourOS repository on their GitHub or wherever it is, and you can download whatever wallpapers they have that have been custom made for them. Also, here on this assistant tab, this is for doing different things like updating mirrors. Again, browsing different Arch packages, taking you to the UR packages, application categories. You can download other programs, apps that you might want to install afterwards. Because as a rule, Endeavour comes pretty well light on the installed applications department. It's not very bloated with a lot of programs and apps that it installs right from the get-go. So then you've got a nice little tips button over here for different things that you may want to do, from hardware and network to firewall information, the AUR and the AUR helper that is installed, which is yay. And then if you want to add more apps, you can either. This one's nice. You can choose popular apps to install. So they've got them categorized as to basically which ones are being pulled down and installed right then and there. So that's basically an overview of the welcome window, which is very nice. I mean, it's a typical greeter that you do get in a lot of the Arch installs, but this one has quite a few other little added bonuses and features in it as well, which I think kind of is impressive. Not kind of, it is impressive. It's pretty nice. If you look at the overall desktop, this is the wallpaper you're greeted to. Of course, you can right-click on it and configure your wallpaper in desktop environment right there. Also, you can go through your settings, go to your appearance, and you can see right here we can change that. You can change your application style, your plasma style, colors, window decorations, all that good stuff. So at any instance, that's the settings menu that you can change for your desktop and wallpaper. If we take a look, you got the bottom, you got your panel at the bottom, which is as customary with KDE. If you start from your left to right, as you're looking at it, you have your app launcher right here, which is where you can find all your different applications that are installed, and it's categorized. Here are your tasks that are pinned. Here's settings. You have the Dolphin file manager, which is installed on this machine, which is your file manager. Has Firefox installed right out the box, and console terminal. This is your command line. Over here, what we notice is that we have firewalled installed, and it launches it right off the go, and you have a configurations button here that opened right for you right there. It's also your screenshot cutting tool, your volume control, network connectivity information, as well as your notifier right here, which is other apps and also any notifications you'll find in here, status and notifications. You got your time and date over here, and of course you got your show desktop. So if you have anything open, like let's open Firefox, and you click on this, it automatically minimizes Firefox and takes you right to your desktop. So let's go to the Firefox and check out what version is on here. We're going to go to Help. We're going to go to About Firefox. And we have the 101.01 install. So it's the latest and greatest version of Firefox in here as well. So that's nice. And Firefox, it is what it is. Everybody's been using it for decades. We all know exactly what it is. Now, for the usual suspects, to see what we have installed, you got your Favorites tab up top, which already has Firefox, System Settings, Dolphin, and Console in there. You got all your applications, which is just that. It lists all your applications. If you scroll down, you can see all the applications that come installed, which is really not that many if you think about it. Under Development, it's categorized. You've got your icon browser, Kate, which is your text editor. You got your Qt Assistant, Qt Designer, which is for designing GTK. You can do widgets, I believe icons. You can do all kinds of stuff with that. I've never really used it, so I don't know exactly what you can and cannot completely do, but I do know that you can make widgets out of that with this. That I do know. In your graphics, comes with GwenView and Ocular. Under Internet, you've got your SSH servers in here, your KDE Connects, and your KDE Connect SMS, which allows you to connect with your phone, your Android phone, and Firefox. Multimedia, you have two. If you look, you got Dragon Player and Elisa, which are two media players in here for music. Your Pavu control, your Pulse audio volume control, QT video camera capture and utility, which is for if you have webcams, and then your VLC media player as well as the standard media player that comes out the box with it. For videos, MPV is another one that you could add. There's quite a few of them out there. For Office, it comes with only Ocular. There is no Office software installed, so you can feel free to go to the Add or Remove software or go to the AUR using your Yay command and install either LibreOffice, OpenOffice, OnlyOffice, whichever one you want. Settings, of course, this is where you can access all your settings from your firewall settings to your volume control settings, to system settings, and to yet another dialog settings. System comes with all the usual suspects in there, from your configuration of your EOS updater to Dolphin, Firewall, Info Center, Menu Editor, also your terminal, your welcome, all that good stuff. And utilities, these are the extra stuff like Calculator, your software tokens, Spectacle, emoji selectors, and Arc. That being said, like I said, it's very, 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 very minimal as far as the install of software that comes on. It's very polished, straightforward. KDE is a thing of beauty. Like I said, they have the other different desktop environments out there that you can check out and install for whatever your preference is. Some people like tiling window managers. Some people just like minimal, desktop environments like XFCE that don't use a lot of system resources and that. Oh yeah, let's check out and see if they have HTOP installed and see how we're looking on that. Nope, HTOP's not. So what we do is we dial yay dash sy HTOP to install HTOP. Yeah. And we're downloading HTOP, and yes. Now we're going to run HTOP and see what we got. Yeah, we're not using very much at all. For memory, we're using 753 megs of the 8 gigs that I've given this. And as far as CPU cores, man, we're hardly using any of them, even though I've given it 6 cores. And, if you look at the process here, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys. No, let me, holy crap, hold on, wait, no. We go back to it, so, you can see that, we pretty much are using very little bit of memory and hardly any of the CPU cores. That's how light it is. For a KDE desktop environment, this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. It is simply stunning and amazing. I really enjoy this this derivative of Arch, and I really can recommend this to a lot of people that are coming over. I myself prefer the tiling window manager. It's just better for my workflow and for what I do with Linux. But I think that EndeavourOS is definitely an operating system that a lot of people can look at. Certainly highly customizable once you put the KDE desktop environment, because that is one of the things that KDE is well known for, although the other desktops can be customized as well. I believe that the GNOME edition, or GNOME edition, whichever one you choose to say, comes with GNOME 42 or 43, I believe, in there. So I'm not a GNOME user, so it's not that I don't like it or can't use it. It's just that I prefer the tiling window managers and have been for a long time using them. So I'm not up to date on all the GNOME stuff, even though I'm going to be getting more up to date with it, because I'm going to test drive a couple other OSs and give overviews of them using their GNOME interface. But at any instance, it comes very well maintained, has a great community. You can use it for its Arch, so you can definitely use it for gaming by installing Steam on there and all the added dependencies and repositories that need to be added for it. But at any instance, I strongly suggest that you guys give EndeavourOS a try. And that is our look at EndeavourOS, the Artemis edition. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and share, and join our YouTube channel. Also, if you could, please join us over at patreon.com. It's patreon.com/the_Linux_tube. Select whichever tier you'd like to join us with over there, and make it happen if you can, because anything you guys give is certainly appreciated, and we really, are humbled by you willing to do that for us.